students of the day, and welcome to this session, all of you. So in the previous session, we were discussing about the directional strategies or the corporate level strategies, and we already learned that we have 4 strategies, and the actual strategy that is followed is combination strategy. But we have to learn what is stability, what is expansion, what is retrenchment, okay, in detail. So I have already told you in the second question, we will have a very brief discussion about these strategies. In the next questions, we will have a very detailed discussion. Now let's start with the first one, stability strategy. Through stability strategy, a business enterprise attempts to safeguard its existing interests and strengths, to pursue well-established and tested objectives, to continue in the chosen business path, to maintain operational efficiency on a sustained basis, to consolidate the commanding position already reached, to optimize the returns on the resources committed in the business. What is this? See, when we have to follow the stability strategy, just using common sense, let us try to understand. When should we follow stability strategy? And before that, let us understand what do you mean by stability? What do you mean by stability? Already you are on the way, already you are on the path, but you are making a turbulent journey, a shaky journey. Okay, now you want to stabilize. See, generally people used to say, no, just now I got a job, I need to, just now my earnings are better, I have to stabilize in life. That means the person is talking about a smooth journey, a smooth ride. That is called as stability. So, generally, when you enter new into a business, okay, you will face a lot of problems. You will have very less market share. You will not have profits. Okay, you have to invest more, and future is very gloomy. There is no guarantee because you have just entered into the business. You are a newcomer. Okay, you will have very less business share, or sometimes very negligible, or sometimes 0 business share. Okay, and there is no guarantee regarding the profits. So this will be in the entry level. And once you start building up, okay, once your business is expanding, now you are in the expansion stage. That means slowly the sales increases, profits increases, okay, and you will gain a lot of experience. You will have experience curve effect. So everything will be good. More number of returns will be there. More profits will be there. That is another stage. And now here we are talking about the third stage, that is maturity stage. That is maturity stage. That means in maturity stage what happens? Already you made a very long journey. Already you made a very long journey. And now you are having some position in the market. You have certain share in the market. You have already enjoyed some good returns. Now, what you have to do? Now, you have to focus on consolidating. See, once you reach a position, you should maintain that position. If you don't have any position, that is okay. But once you have a position, once you reach one point, you should always focus on maintaining that point, maintaining that level of activity, maintaining that level of business. For that, what you have to do? You have to follow a stability strategy. That means already the business is in the introductory stage. You have passed that phase. Then you have passed the growth stage, and now the business has reached to a plateau, or the business has reached to a stagnation. Now this is the most crucial stage in business. Afterwards there will be decline, that is a different issue. But this stage is the most crucial stage. Okay. Now here what you have to do? Already when you reach this maturity stage, what does it mean? Already you have some share in the market, you have some good returns, your business is doing good. Now what do you have to do? You have to stabilize. So all the time, a businessman has to learn how to stabilize his business. You know, expanding the business is easy, comparatively. And entering into a business is also easy comparatively. But stabilizing the business, achieving stability is the most toughest thing. Because many people don't understand that. How to maintain stability in the business. And to that extent, not only in business, even in individual life, how to maintain that stability. Because we take some wrong decisions which disturbs our existing position. Already we got some position, we got some financial position, we got some market position. Okay, so how to safeguard it? That is the issue here. So in order to safeguard, in order to keep your existing things intact, not to lose them, for that you require a strategy, and that strategy is called as stability strategy. Because in the real business world, what happens is once you reach a position, sometimes there will not be any greater heights than that. Already you reached the heights. Now what you have to do? You have to focus on maintaining that position. You have to focus on consolidating, solidifying that position so that you will not slip from that position. But if you observe many companies in the corporate history, they slip from that position. They slip. Why? The reason is they make some wrong decisions. They make some unproductive decisions, hasty decisions, quick decisions, which are not at all correct. So with that what happens? They slip from that position. They lose that position. So keeping that position is the most important thing. See, once Mukesh Ambani said, my father has given me a good position. A lot of fortune my father has given me. Now, there is a lot of responsibility on my shoulders that I have to keep that fortune and I have to increase it. See, that is very tough thing. Once already you have some position, keeping that position and looking forward for further growth, that is a very great thing. In the case of Ambani brothers, we have observed that, where Anil could not keep his position. Whereas we see the Reliance Mukesh Ambani's group, he has maintained stability and further expanded his businesses. So that is the most important thing we need to understand. See, there are many companies in the corporate world like Daewoo Motors in South Korea. It has enjoyed a very dominant position in the market. But now where is Daewoo Motors right now? It's not there. Enron Corporation in US, what happened? It has enjoyed leadership position in power industry. But where it is today? It is closed. So, what is more important is getting stability, stabilizing your business. Now, what things you should do to stabilize your business? Or what things you should do to stabilize your business, that we will learn later. But what actually is stabilizing your business? What do you mean by stabilizing your business? Stabilizing your business means to safeguard your existing interests and strengths. See, you are in business for a long time. You have gathered lot of strength. You have gathered lot of market share. You have gathered lot of resources. Now, you should not lose them. You should safeguard. You need to protect. That is called as stability strategy. Okay. Sir, what should I do to stabilize, to safeguard all this? That we will learn later. First we will learn what do you mean by stabilizing. Okay. And what should be done to stabilize, that we will see later. Okay. And to pursue well-established and tested objectives. See, if you want to stabilize in your business, you should not try something new, something risky. You should only focus on things which you are good at, which you are confident at. See, for example, if I want to expand my business, I have to go into risky path. I have to diversify. I have to enter into new markets, new products. That is what Igor Ansoff told in Product Market Growth, no? What did he say? He said that if you want to enter into a new market with a new product, that is called diversification. And that is a very risky one. Why? Because market is new to me. Product is also new to me. So how I handle the things, I don't know. till the things are unleashed. I don't know how the things will be. But in stability strategy, we will not do that. We will be working in the existing markets, we will be dealing with the existing products. That means for stability strategy, we will follow things like market penetration, product development, market development, these kind of things we will do. We will not do entirely new set of things which are very risky. Okay, so we will pursue well established and tested objectives. That means we should only set the objectives which we are very confident that we can achieve it, we can do it, we have the capability and competency to do it. Only those kind of objectives we will perform. We will not go behind risky objectives, risky paths, okay, because we want to stabilize. We don't want to venture into new things, okay. And there is a problem here. While understanding this stability strategy, there is a problem that people often misunderstand. That is, they think that stability strategy is a do-nothing strategy. Means, okay sir, I understood stability strategy. Stability strategy means we need not do anything. No, that is wrong. See, in stability strategy, we follow market penetration. We will try to increase our sales. Is it not doing something? To improve your sales in the existing market with the existing product, you have to do lot of you have to put lot of effort, isn't it? Then how can you say that it is a do-nothing strategy? No, we cannot say that. Stability, see, to maintain the stability, you have to work very hard. To protect your existing things, you have to work very hard. Who said that you should not do anything or you need not do anything? That is wrong. I have to work a lot. See, a student in a class got a first rank and he wants to keep that first rank in the coming examinations also. And do you think that the student need not work hard anymore? Of course, he need not work hard to gain some new position. Already he is in the first position. So there will be no new position. Okay. The first is the lost position, the ultimate position. Already he is in the first position. But he has to work a lot to keep that position, isn't it? So if you understand that, you can easily understand what is stability strategy. Not only the first rank person. For example, a student got 5th position and he wants to keep that 5th position even in the coming exams and in the coming days. And do you think that he need not work hard to keep his position? See, in the market or in the industry, everywhere there is competition. People will try to plunge you. People will try to pull you from your position, isn't it? So that's why you need to work very hard to keep your position. So don't think that stability means we need not do anything. You have to do a lot. You have to do a lot to keep your position intact. Okay. And to continue in the chosen business path. Chosen business path means existing product, existing market. That is your path. Already you are in a market dealing with a particular product. And now you want to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the product, into the market. That is called market penetration. Okay. And we will try to achieve more sales. That is called as to continue in the chosen business path. That means we will not enter into a new business with a new product, but we will try to continue in the same business with the same product, but we will make a lot of effort to increase the sales. Okay, so that is stability strategy. And to maintain operational efficiency on a sustained basis. Means sustained basis means continuous basis. That means all the time continuously you need to focus on improving your operational efficiency. Means the way you do your processes in the organization, the way you do your marketing, your HR, your production. That means every time you need to think on reducing the cost of your production from batch to batch. Last month you produced one batch of goods and now this month you should try to reduce the cost of production of that batch. Okay, because At the maturity stage, what happens? At the maturity stage, the market will not grow. Already you learnt all these things in second lesson, dynamics of competitive strategy. While talking about product life cycle, we learnt all these things. And even in BCG matrix, we learnt all these things. Okay. So at maturity stage, what happens? The market will not expand. But still, if you want to get more profits, what you have to do? You have to concentrate on cutting down your costs. See, for example, my income is not increasing. There is no scope for my income to increase. But I want to live comfortably. What should I do? I should cut down my costs and I should increase my savings. Isn't it? The same logic applies here. Then only I can be stable. I am talking about individual level. For example, my salary is fixed. Okay, there is no scope for my salary to increase. But still I want to live comfortably. Then where I have to focus? If I want to focus on increasing my salary, that is different. But here there is no scope for the increase of my salary. There is no scope. My salary is fixed and I cannot do anything to increase my salary. Then what I have to do? To live comfortably, to live happily. I have to focus on cutting down my cost of living I have to focus on. That is called as operational efficiency. So companies also should do the same thing. Once the market is mature and once there is no scope for further growth, what you have to do? You have to focus on your operations, your production, your marketing, your logistics, your human resources, your finances. You have to focus on all these things and you have to perform with a lot of care to achieve more efficiency. Efficiency means with minimum inputs, we need to get maximum output. We should try to get maximum output with minimum inputs. That means we should mainly focus on reduction of waste, cost cutting, these all things. Now, you please understand all these things. Finally, I'll connect all these things and I'll tell you the relationship between corporate business level and functional level strategies. See, for example, at the corporate level, if a company wants to maintain stability strategy, immediately at the business level, it has to follow cost leadership strategy. Why? Because in stability strategy, what we are telling? In stability strategy, we are telling that we have to increase our operational efficiency. What do you mean by operational efficiency? We need to use minimum inputs and we should try to generate maximum outputs. Okay. So in order to do that, cost leadership strategy is followed. For example, at the corporate level, the company said, we want to follow stability strategy. Then what the business level people should do? Okay, our boss wants to follow stability strategy. That means in stability strategy, operational efficiencies ought to be increased, maintained. That means we should focus on cost cutting. In that way, they should think and they should take concerned actions. So this is the link between corporate level strategy and business level strategy. For example, if the boss, the chairman of the company says, let us expand our business, expansion strategy, then these people think of new things. They will not focus on cost cutting and all. They will think on expanding in the market, spending more money to expand in the market. See? Now you should understand why corporate level strategies acts as a basis for business level strategies. Because at the corporate level, they decide whether we want to stabilize or expand or retrench. Basing on that, the business level people will make the decisions. If the top level strategy says, if the corporate level strategy says stability, then at the business level, focus on cost cutting. If the corporate level strategy says expansion, then focus on expanding the business by spending more resources. See, lot of difference. How these all difference came? Basing on the corporate level strategy. That is why I am telling corporate level strategies are the basic strategies which gives the direction to the movement of the organizational activities. Okay? Right. And to consolidate the commanding position already reached. Do you think that this is an easy thing to consolidate, to solidify the commanding position. See, in the market already you are at the dominant position. Do you remember ADL matrix? We have 5 positions. Do you remember? Weak, tenable, okay, average, strong, dominant. Do you remember that? Favorable, not average, favorable. 5 stages. Weak, tenable, favorable, strong, dominant. Now, you are already in the strong position. Of course, dominant is not very frequent. Dominant do not happen all the time. So, you are in the strong position. Now, what do you have to do? There is nothing to do, man. Already you are in the strong position. Now, you have to focus all of your efforts and energies to keep that position, to not slip away from that position. So, whatever things you do to maintain and sustain your position, your commanding position, that is stability strategy. And to optimize returns on the resources committed in the business. Yes, I have to get maximum output by utilizing minimum inputs. Means I should think in that way. That means my stability strategy is telling me all these things. If I want to follow stability strategy, in what way my company should think? My company should think to optimize the returns on the resources committed in the business. My company should think to consolidate the commanding position already reached. My company should think to maintain our operational efficiency on a sustained basis. My company should think to continue in the chosen business path. My company should pursue well-established and tested objectives. My company should safeguard its existing interests and strengths. That means, whenever I say at the corporate level we follow stability strategy, these 6 points, they are to be understood by whom? By all people in the company. Just using the word stability, I am telling all these things to do. Stability means doing all these things. Okay. That means to my business level managers I told, boss, we are following stability strategy. Then what my business level managers have to do? They have to understand what is stability strategy. And they should focus on doing all these things. Then we say stability strategy is followed. Okay. Next, expansion strategy. Of course, we will learn about stability strategy in the next coming questions also. Just in a brief manner, we studied about stability strategy. Now, let us study about expansion strategy. Okay. What is expansion strategy? It is generally opposite of stability strategy. See, in expansion strategy, what we will do? We will always try to enter into new businesses. Okay, new things. Enter into a new world of opportunities. New ideas, new things, risky path. This is what is expansion strategy. Yes. See, then here a doubt comes to you. Sir, what is the best strategy? You please tell me. Which one is best? Expansion is best? Or stability is best? Or retrenchment is best? No, don't ask me. I cannot tell you that. Why? Because it all depends on your business environment, man. You first study the business environment. How it is. If it is very encouraging, if the markets are growing, then you have to grow with the market. Go for expansion strategy. But on the other side, on the other hand, if the markets are matured, there is no scope for growth, then go for stability strategy. And if you feel that markets are declining, competition is very high, you are in a bad position, then go for retrenchment. So don't ask me, you decide for yourself. See, that is why these are called as generic strategies. That means I am telling in a common way. I'm just giving you all the options. I'm explaining everything. What is stability, expansion, retrenchment, combination, I'm telling you everything. Now it is up to you to decide, depending on the business environment. Who is the guide to you? Business environment is the guide. You have to scan the business environment, all the internal and external factors, industry factors, competition factors, Everything you have to analyze and you have to make the decision for yourself. Don't ask me. I'm just giving you, I means William F. Gluck and Lawrence or George are just giving you 4 different options and explaining you the options. Now it is up to you to choose. Don't ask me, sir, which one is best for me. You have to decide. Or otherwise, you appoint a strategic consultant specifically for your organization. So he will do all that analysis for you and he will tell you which one is best for your organization. Okay? And if you have multiple businesses again, like I have already told you, IT, auto, FMCG, then you will not definitely have a single strategy. Because different business environments, no? FMCG environment is different, IT environment is different, auto environment is different. So probably, definitely, not probably, definitely. Okay, definitely you need to follow combination strategy, right? Yeah. Now, expansion strategy. See, expansion strategy is very easy to understand. Expansion strategy means you have to redefine your business. What do you mean by redefining your business? Already you are in the IT sector and you strongly feel that digital payments sector is very good. Like Flipkart started PhonePe, isn't it? Flipkart is an online retail company but entered into digital payments mechanism with PhonePe. Okay. And compared to Google Pay, recently in this COVID-19 situation, PhonePe is more used, especially for making small payments. So, like that I felt, already I was in IT and I felt that this digital payments apps, they are doing well and I wanted to enter into that business. Now what happens? There is a redefinition of my business. You know what is business definition? Initially I defined my business as IT business, but now I have entered into digital payments business also. That means my business is redefined. Okay, and this all redefinition happens in the expansion stage. Initially, I defined my company to be an IT company, but now I am entering into an FMCG. That means now my business definition has changed. I am no more a IT company. Now I am a conglomerate, diversified company. Because I have entered into FMCG. There is a redefinition. So far I have restricted myself to IT. But depending on the business environment, I strongly feel that entering into FMCG or digital payments is good for me, for the growth of my business. Then definitely I will go into that. Now, my business definition has changed. I am no more an IT company. I am now a well-diversified company. So, in expansion, there will be redefining of the business by increasing the scope of business and substantially increasing the efforts of the current business. Substantially increasing the efforts. In stability strategy also there will be efforts, I told you. Okay. But there, minimal efforts or normal efforts are enough. But here, in expansion strategy, you need to have substantial efforts, large number of efforts. Why? The reason is, you are entering into a new business, with a new product, with a new, in a new market. So everything is new. So from the scratch, now you are a newcomer to that business. You are a new entrant into that business. You are a kid in that business. You are in the nascent stage in that business. So that's why you need to put in a lot of efforts as if you put your efforts earlier, in the earlier days when you started your first business. See, every business is a first business, no? See, initially I started with one business. I have put lot of efforts and I made that business very successful. And if I want to enjoy that success and maintain that status, it is stability. But now again I want to enter into new business. Again the game starts. You have to work from the scratch, from zero. Okay, so you have to put lot of substantial efforts. And it is often characterized by significant reformulation of goals and directions. Yes, see, whenever I am entering into a new business, into a new product, with a new product, into a new market, automatically the goals will be reformulated. The goals of my company will be reformulated. The direction will change. So far I am just only going in IT and right now I want to go into FMCG also. or into auto or into some other businesses. So definitely there will be a change in direction and major initiatives are to be taken. I have to get new investments. Okay, I have to take big loans. Lot of new investment has to be made, and I have to enter into markets with new products, new technology, new markets, innovative decisions, action, everything new. New product, new market, new technology, new investment, new staff, new resources, new people, everything new. Expansion means new. Old means stability. What you are doing, you want to keep on doing the same thing, it is stability. And if you want everything new, afresh, it is expansion. Okay? And it includes, what are the different ways to expand your business? You can diversify, you can acquire or merge the businesses. Those all things we will study in this lesson. Now, retrenchment strategy. What is meant by retrenchment strategy? A business organization can redefine its business by divesting a major product or line or market. I have already told you, retrench means to cut. To retrench is to cut. See, sometimes when the business environment is not very encouraging, okay, see, product life cycle or business life cycle applies to every business, whether it is a laptop business or a desktop business or an auto business. See, in the coming days, there is a major shift in the auto business where many companies are looking forward to introduce electric vehicles. There is a major shift. Now, there is in the future, there will be no demand for petrol or diesel vehicles, whereas electric vehicles will replace the petrol and diesel vehicles. So, definitely, if you want to continue in the business, you have to learn that new technology and you have to adopt. And already, companies like Maruti, Honda, Toyota in India, I am talking about Indian context, I am talking. Leave about the Tesla and all in other countries like US, but I am talking with respect to Indian context. Companies like Maruti, Honda and all, they are making heavy investments in electric vehicles. Mahindra is making a lot of investment on electric vehicles. Okay, they have to do it. They have to do it. Okay, because whenever you feel that a particular segment there is no growth or it is unattractive, already we learned now what decisions we have to take when the business environment is attractive, when it is unattractive. Do you remember we have a question in Dynamics of Competitive Strategy? We have a question which says what decisions have to be taken if the business is attractive and what decisions we have to take when the business environment is unattractive. Okay, if you want, you just refer to that question. See, whenever you feel that the business is unattractive in the future, then definitely we need to divest. We need to cut down our business. We need to turn our funds into or turn our investments into new businesses. We should look for new things. See, whenever I am not doing well with the current things, so definitely I have to close it and I have to turn towards new things, isn't it? So sometimes we need to cut down our businesses. We need to retrench. Retrench means to cut down. So we need to cut down our existing businesses. We have to close our existing business. Even the most successful companies like Reliance, what Reliance did? It has closed 30% of its retail stores. Nothing wrong in that. Nothing wrong in that. See, sometimes what happens is, with some wrong calculations, we will expand in a large scale. And after some time we realize, we made a mistake. That much of heavy expansion should not be done. In that way we realize our mistake. Then there is nothing wrong to cut down the size of your business. When the existing size is very big and it is not giving you good returns, there is nothing wrong in reducing the size. Because always we want to have a right size, no? See, upsizing, downsizing is common in business. If the situation is very good, we will upsize. We will increase our branches, our network, our staff, everything. And when the business environment is not favorable, we will downsize. Because this upsizing and downsizing is a common activity in business. Because always we want to have the right size. Finally, the most important thing is the right sizing. So in order to have the right size, We will upsize and we will downsize. That means we will expand and we will retrench. Nothing wrong in that. Nothing wrong in that. So retrenchment is a powerful strategy. And you know, one very important thing I'll tell you. A businessman should know when to divest rather than when to invest. Of course, investment decision is a very good decision. Where to invest, how much to invest. That is a very good decision. But along with that, a businessman should also know when to divest. Okay, when to divest. When to come out. See, he should know the right time of entry and exit. What is the right time to enter and what is the right time to exit? See, we generally say first mover advantage. If you are first in doing something, definitely you will have certain advantages. Okay, and you should be the first one to come out also. See, many people, they want to be first to enter. That is okay. But when the business environment is not good, when it is not encouraging, when it is declining, when you are getting losses, so you have to take a very good decision to divest, to cut down the scope of your business, to come out of that business. That is also very important. So that's why a wise businessman should know the timing of not only entry but also the timing of exit. You have to come out of that business. You have to close that business. You have to reduce the scope of the business. Because always we want to have the right size. Our business should not be oversize. It should be right size. That means sometimes we need to downsize the business. We need to cut down the scope of the business. That is called as retrenchment. Nothing wrong. Many companies do that. Ford company, initially it used to have 13 factories in US, but they sold some factories and now they are just operating with 4 or 5 factories in US. And Reliance have closed some of its petrol pumps. It has closed some of its retail stores. Nothing wrong in that. Because ultimately at the end of the day, what is important is whether you are having a right sized business and whether you are getting good returns or not. It is not the scope of your business. What you will do if you have large scope, large size, if the market is not there? See, you should not decide the size of your business. It is the market which decides the size of your business. See, a chartered accountant should have all this knowledge. Sometimes businessman will not have this knowledge. That is why you are a business consultant. You are going to play a very important role called as a business consultant. So as a business consultant, you should know all these things. You should have all this knowledge. Then only you can offer right kind of advice to the businessman. Okay, right. So retrenchment or retreat. Yeah, see, a beautiful word is used, retreat. Why do you think that retrenchment is a negative strategy? Many people think that retrenchment is a negative thing. Because you are telling me to cut down my business, you are telling me to close my business. What is wrong in that? It is retreat. We are giving see, we will have water treatment plants. We will have a retreats where we will rejuvenate. What is wrong in rejuvenating? What is wrong in retreating? Okay, we have become weak. Now we want to become more strong. What is wrong in that? Okay, so retrenchment or retreat strategy becomes necessary to cope with some hostile and adverse situations. Yes, the outside situations, the external environment is so hostile, so unfriendly. It's not possible to me to expand. It is not possible to me to get the same rate of returns. So what is wrong? Nothing wrong. Okay. And when any other strategy is going to be suicidal, no strategy is working. I made a lot of efforts to improve my business. Everything is futile. Everything is becoming useless. Then it is the right strategy to cut down your business, to close some of your branches, to stop some of your products. See, a big company like Unilever stopped making Annapurna Atta. And once Unilever stopped making Annapurna Atta, ITC started Ashirwad Atta. What is this game? What is the magic here? A big company like Unilever, can't it go with Annapurna Atta? Why they stopped in between? And why a company like ITC started Atta business? Yes, nothing wrong in that. Basing on their SWOT analysis, Unilever thought that it is better we stop this Annapurna Atta. We could not deal with all this agricultural produce. Then ITC is having a strong hold on agricultural activities, and it started Annapurna, Ashirwad Atta. What is wrong in that? See, don't try to imitate. You should not base your business on sentiments. No sentiments here. Logic, no magic. Okay. You should try to understand the logic of the market and your SWOT analysis. Basing on that, you take a decision. Unilever thought that it is not good for them to continue with the Atta business. Then they dropped. And almost at the same time, ITC entered. Nothing wrong in that. Because each and every organization will have its own internal environment. Each and every organization will have their own strengths and weaknesses, and basing on that, they make decisions. I am giving all these examples for the reason that, to tell you that, even large companies, they go for retrenchment. They stop some products. They close some branches. Nothing wrong in that. Okay. This strategy is indeed to save the enterprise vital interest, to minimize the adverse environmental effects, or even regroup the existing resources before a fresh assault and ascent on the growth ladder is launched. Fresh assault and ascent. See, sometimes we find a very big opportunity, but we don't have some investment to use that opportunity. So at that time, it is better you wind up some of your small non-performing businesses and get those funds, investments, and invest in this very attractive business. What is wrong in that? You can do it in that way. So that you will ascend. Ascend means go top. And assault. Sometimes there may be a big danger. So in order to escape yourself from the danger, you have to retrench your business. So retrenchment is not always done for negative reasons. For some positive reasons also, retrenchment will be done. Okay? Right. Combination. There is nothing to explain in combination strategy. And I told you combination strategy is the realistic strategy, because companies follow combination strategy only. Okay. So stability, expansion or retrenchment strategies are not mutually exclusive. That is what? They are not mutually exclusive. Means, sir, in the coming 5 years we follow stability strategy. Don't talk. That's all. Final. We have 100 businesses. In all the 100 businesses, we follow stability strategy. Sir, but for IT, the environment is very good. No, we don't bother that. We have decided at the corporate level, we follow stability strategy. If that is the case, it is wrong. That is what I am telling you several times. You cannot decide on a single strategy, man, at the corporate level. Because different business environment for different businesses. So we need to have a combination of them. Stability in some businesses, expansion in some businesses, retrenchment in some businesses, and getting money from the retrenchment and putting it in expansion. This is the game the business people have to play. And chartered accountants should be the umpires to watch the game and clearly give guidelines to the business people to make all these strategies. That is why you should learn all these things. See, once you are very good at strategic management and once you are very good at making strategies, you will enjoy very great positions in your career as business consultants. Okay? Right. So, stability, expansion and retrenchment strategies are not mutually exclusive. They are not separate. Stability at one time, expansion, no, not like that. At the same time, we follow all the three strategies. At the same time, we follow all the three strategies. Okay. See, even in 3S strategy of Tata's, you find the same thing, no? What do you mean by simplify? Simplify is nothing but to retrench. Synergy is for stabilization. Scaling up is for expansion. Other names, simplify is another name for retrenchment. Synergy is another name for stability. Scaling up is another name for expansion. Now what happened? Now you should realize the greatness of William F. Gluck and Lawrence R. George. How intelligently they have given these 4 strategies for the organizations. Then the nomenclature may be different. Tatas may use some other words to just make the people understand. But nomenclature may be different, but the concept is same. Okay? Right. So, it is possible to adopt a mix to suit particular situations. Mix means mix of stability, expansion and retrenchment. An enterprise may seek stability in some area of activity, expansion in some and retrenchment in others. Yes, I have multiple businesses. I cannot go with a single thing. I cannot go with a single rope. I want multiple ropes to climb the mountain. I want stability in some areas. I want retrenchment in some areas. I want expansion in some areas. Then only I can balance my organization. What is wrong in that? And for some organizations, a strategy by diversification or acquisition may call for a retrenchment in some obsolete product lines, product facilities and plant locations. That I have already told you. For example, if 2 of my businesses are not doing good, so there is nothing wrong in selling those businesses or closing those businesses and taking that money and investing in a new business. And the wisdom of a businessman, the intelligence of a businessman lies in playing this game. The game of business. That is why strategy is the game plan. You learned the definition of strategy in the first lesson? Strategy is a game plan. So this is the game which we need to carefully play. Right? Yeah. Now let us, this all diagram, it will be covered once this entire lesson is finished. Okay? Right. Again, the same thing is given here. See, this question seems to be somewhat important because if the examiner wants to just test all the concepts at a time, this type of question may be asked. Okay? Now, let us move on to stability strategy in detail. Okay? Write a short note on stability strategy. Already you know what is a stability strategy, and I think all these points are covered in the second question. Okay? What is stability strategy? And when it is pursued? When it is pursued? So I need not explain these 6 points because I have already explained. Okay. Now, when it is pursued, when a stability strategy is pursued, means when you follow it, when you do it. Pursue is what you do, what you follow. So when it is pursued by a firm, when a firm prefers to continue to serve in the same or similar markets and deals in the same or similar products and services. That is what? Existing product and existing market. When you decide to continue in the existing market with the existing product, but still wants to increase the sales of your product according to Igor Anser's product market growth strategies. If you want to improve your business using product development or market development or market penetration. See, don't forget that second lesson. That is the basis. That is the most important thing. Because basing on those concepts only, these all strategies are formulated. Okay? Please understand that. So, if a firm wants to maintain the same level of activity, okay, and wants to pursue the same market, same product, but still wants to increase, still wants to perform better, then stability strategy is to be followed. Sir, what should we do to follow the stability strategy? Already we told now. Intensification strategy. Intensify. See, you have to do the work in an intensive manner. Once you reach a position, what is more important to keep that position? Intense efforts. That is why it is called intensification. Okay? Right. And the strategic decisions focus on incremental improvements of functional performance. Incremental improvement of functional performance. That means your performance. What? Functional performance. That means your marketing, your finance, your production, these all to be performed in a better manner to reduce the cost. By using minimum inputs, you should focus on getting maximum outputs. Next, nature of stability strategy. Few functional changes are made in products and markets. Nothing wrong. You can improve the products. That is what. Many people think that it is a do-nothing strategy. But I am strongly telling that it is not a do-nothing strategy. Stability means, don't think that, okay sir, stability means just continue whatever is there. We need not do anything new. No. Stability means you have to do lot of things. It is not a do-nothing strategy. What things I have to do, sir? See, you have to make some changes. You have to make some changes in your production. You have to make some changes in your marketing, in finances, in operations. Everywhere you have to make some changes. That is important. Okay. So don't think that stability strategy means sitting idle, not doing anything and just observing what is happening. No, it's not like that. Okay. And it involves keeping track of new developments to ensure that the strategy continues to make sense. Yeah. That means when you are following stability strategy, you have to keenly observe what is happening in the external environment and what we have to do, and whether our stability strategy is working well or not. See, this point is common to all the strategies. Whether you are following expansion strategy or stability strategy or retrenchment strategy, always you have to observe the external environment. You have to have an eye on the external environment and observe what is taking place in the external environment. Okay. And how it is going to affect you. Whether your current strategy is appropriate, is apt for that external environment. See, for example, the environment is so stable and that's why we are following stability strategy. But suddenly there is a movement in the external environment. Some new opportunities are coming in the external environment. So, even at that time, will you follow stability strategy? No, it is wrong. It is wrong. See, don't get fixed with one strategy. Never forget that we are working in a dynamic environment. That is the most important thing. Okay. So, always you need to find out what new developments are coming. Whether our particular strategy is going to give results or not, or do we need to make changes or not. So, that you need to find out. Next, what are the characteristics of stability strategy? How stability strategy looks like? Okay. And a firm opting for stability strategy stays with the same business. Already we know that. Stability strategy means existing market, existing product, same product market posture, means you don't make any changes. Okay. And maintaining the same level of effort as at present. But maintaining the same level of effort as at present means whenever the time is moving, in order to put the same effort, again you have to work very hard. And the endeavor means effort, is to enhance the functional efficiencies. Already we discussed this. Functional efficiencies means your marketing, production, logistics, supply chain. You should increase your efficiency in an incremental way. Incremental way means slowly and slowly you have to improve all your functions through better deployment and utilization of resources. Deployment means make. That means you have to wisely use your resources like men, money, materials, methods and machines to improve your efficiency. And stability strategy does not involve redefinition of the business. See, I have already told you in expansion, when there will be redefinition? There will be redefinition only when you are trying something new. When you are going away from the current path and trying to tread in the new path. Then there will be redefinition of the business. But here in stability, we have decided to continue in the same path of the business. Then where is the scope for redefinition of your business? There is no scope for redefinition. Redefinition comes when you are attempting for something new. But here you are not attempting for something new. Then where is the scope for redefinition of your business? No scope. And stability strategy is a safety-oriented, status quo-oriented strategy. Safety-oriented means when the business environment is not encouraging, when the business environment is very hostile, or when the business environment is static, then what is the safest thing to do? Just to hold on and continue the same level. Sir, I want to do something great. Even though you want to do something great, but there is no scope there. If there is no scope, what can you do? Okay. So that's why it is a safety-oriented strategy. Status quo. Status quo means maintaining the current position. Not attempting to do anything new. Not attempting to do anything new means not attempting to launch new products, not attempting to enter into new markets, not attempting for expansion. Means you want to continue the same thing. And is there any wrong in continuing the same thing? I don't feel. Already I am in a good position and I am trying to safeguard my position. What is wrong in that? Do you want me to do all the time new things? Especially in business, is it possible to all the time expand your business? Some companies did like that. All the time they want to expand. What happens if you go on expansion all the time? You cannot manage your business. That we will learn in the coming questions. So it does not warrant much fresh investment. See, whenever you enter into a totally new set of business, you require fresh investment. But you decided to continue with the same business and same product, large investments are not required. Of course, you require some small investments for upgradation of your machinery and all. You require small investment, but large, huge investments are not required in stability strategy. It involves minor improvements in the products and yes, nothing wrong. You can develop your product. You can launch some new versions of your product just to keep your market share. See, whatever is required to keep your position, to keep your market share, those all things you need to do in stability strategy. That is why we are saying stability strategy is not a do-nothing strategy. We have to do a lot. To keep the first rank, the student has to work a lot. Don't say that, sir, already he got first rank. What is there to get more? He need not do anything. No. He has to work hard to keep that position. Okay. And the risk is less. Why risk is less? Because we are not doing something new. So that's why risk is less. And with the stability strategy, the firm has the benefit of concentrating its resources and attention on the existing. This already we know. And the growth objective of firms employing this strategy is quite modest. See, if you want some 70% or 80% growth of your business in the coming years, stability strategy is not suitable for you. When can you get double the growth? When can you get double growth? When you enter into new businesses, you will get. But if you decide to continue in the same business, having same level of activity, then don't dream of high growth for your business. You will get modest growth, incremental growth, some 5% growth, 10% growth, 15% growth, that's all. But if you, sir, no sir, I don't want 5%, 10%, 15%. I am always dreaming of 80%, 90% or doubling the growth. Then you have to go for expansion if you want very high, dramatical, drastical, radical growth. But in stability strategy, you will not get that much of high growth in your business. You will get only 5% or 10% growth. Because you are not doing anything new, no? You are just trying to keep your position, that's all. The growth objective, conversely, only firms with modest growth objective choose this strategy. That means whoever wants simple growth, they'll choose this strategy. Now, what are the reasons for adopting stability strategy? Why companies go for stability strategy? Because once your business has reached the maturity level in the product life cycle, then the right strategy for you is stability strategy. That is the first point. The company's product has reached maturity stage. Means there is no further scope for growth. So then we have to follow stability strategy. And it is less risky as it involves less changes and staff feels comfortable. That means your staff need not learn new things. They need not take new risks. It is a less risky strategy and you don't want to take risks. You want a safety oriented strategy. Then the best strategy is stability strategy. The environment faced is relatively stable. That is what I am telling. The environment is not encouraging. It is static. Then you can go for stability strategy. And expansion may be perceived as being threatening. See, sometimes the expansion becomes threatening. Means it is not the right time to expand. Then what you have to do? You have to maintain stability strategy. And this is very, 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 very important point. Consolidation is sought through stabilizing of a period of rapid expansion. Many business people forget this. What it is said? Consolidation is sought. Sought is a very strong word here. Sought. S-O-U-G-H, it is sought. Means it is mandatory. It is compulsory. What is compulsory? Consolidation. Means making your position strong is mandatory, is important. For what? After rapid expansion. See, you have expanded your business. Okay, from this level to this level you have expanded your business. Now it is very good, but be careful. You will slip from that position. You will fall away from that position. So don't take much risk. Consolidate your business. Stabilize your business. Try to safeguard your position. Don't always think of jumping. That is dangerous. Be careful. Try to become strengthened. Try to consolidate your business. That is the most important thing. So, consolidation is sought through stabilizing after a period of rapid expansion. That is why you need to follow stability strategy. Okay. So, this is about stability strategy. We will stop here and continue in the next session. Thank you.